Hey guys, welcome back to Hike Oregon. Today I'm going to show you my cook setup for backpacking and what I used on my most recent trip on the Pacific Crest Trail. I have a pretty lightweight setup, but you can get whatever kind of equipment that you want. This is just what I used and I just wanted to review it for you. Okay, so here are my items that I took. I did not take this actually, I took a Nalgene with me. That's just my water that I'm going to show boiling. So here I have my MSR cooking fuel 8-ounce containers. They also make a 16-ounce container. I took 2 of these on my Pacific Crest Trail trip, 17-day trip, and I only actually went through 1 container, and that is I cooked food in the morning and evening as well as coffee. So I was boiling 3 times a day, about one of these full. So that kind of gives you a rough estimate. I know there's online calculators that you can use to see how much fuel you would need to take on your trip. And then this is the GSI Outdoor Pinnacle Soloist. They make a even lighter weight one than this, but I mean this one is, I'll put the exact weight below, but this is, I mean, it's super lightweight. Basically the handle flips up like this and then clicks into place, so you can, you know, put it onto the fuel, so you can put it onto the fuel or the fire or whatever you need to do. The lid is the only drawback to this that I didn't really like, just because it's really flimsy plastic, which I don't really know how good that is for you when it gets hot. I'm sure there's toxins and stuff in the plastic that are getting in your water, but whatever. So this is my little setup that I had. I had a little dish towel here, quick dry dish towel that I kept in here, as well as my MSR stove, which I'll show you in a second, and my lighter to light the stove. Anyway, these are just really nice quick dry towels. I also have a bigger one that I used for drying myself off if I went in the lake or whatever, but these are perfect for dish towels if you're washing out your pots. Cat hair, lovely. Okay, let me show you the MSR cook stove here. It just comes in this little container. You pull it out like so, and then it's just this cool little stove that you fold out like this, and then you pop the lid off of your fuel and you simply screw it on. Make sure this is all the way closed, otherwise you're gonna have fuel spouting everywhere. Okay, so this is all the way screwed on. You just basically put it on a level surface, as level as you can find. Obviously when you're backpacking, you're not gonna have a table like this. So just get as level of a surface as you can, and basically, let me pour my water into my pot. So in this clean canteen here, I have 3 cups of water in here. I'm going to pour that into my little pot. I'm going to twist this little knob, which releases the fuel, and then I'm going to light it. So with this little knob, you can control how big or how small the flame is. I usually have it on like medium, and then you just put your pot on top there, like so. Now we are just going to let it boil. So at sea level, the boiling point of water is at 212 degrees Fahrenheit and at 100 degrees Celsius. So that's at sea level. Now the higher in elevation that you go, the lower the boiling point. And then you also have to think about the higher in elevation you are, I believe the rule is that every 1,000 feet of elevation that you gain, your temperature goes down by 10 degrees. So that's also going to make your water take longer to boil, because at 5,000 feet elevation, it's going to be much colder than at sea level. So you got to kind of keep all these things in mind when calculating how much fuel you're going to need. What elevation are you going to be at average? I know the Pacific Crest Trail, at least in Oregon, most of it is between 5,000 to 6,500 feet. So you kind of keep that in mind. Also, you're most likely going to be boiling water in the early morning and towards the late evening when it does get colder. You're most likely not going to be boiling water in the middle of the day when it's 80 degrees out. So little things to keep in mind. Another thing that I would recommend that I'm actually going to get before I go backpacking next time is a wind screen, because there were so many times when the flame was just almost getting blown out due to wind. So I highly recommend getting some sort of wind protector, or just making your own out of I believe heavy duty foil or something like that. You can just make something pretty easily that'll go around there. So highly recommend that. Yeah, you'll save a lot of fuel that way. Okay, so guys, that is boiling. Yep, boiling now. That took 5.5 minutes to boil. So we are, for reference, at an elevation of 430 feet right now in Eugene, Oregon. So it did take a little over 5 minutes to boil these 3 cups of water here. And like I said, the windscreen would probably have knocked a little bit of time off of that, just because it is windy and cold here right now. So, but yeah, this setup is pretty awesome. Like I said, I will put the weight of the GSI Pinnacle Soloist pot down below here, and as well as the MSR stove here. This thing here weighs 13.1 ounces, so you can just get that weight right there. And yeah, that is my cook setup. I really liked it. Never had any issues with the pot or anything. Like I said, this is a little flimsy. I don't know if you can make your own lid, or try and find a better lid, but I mean, it works. It's just kind of flimsy plastic. So thank you so much for watching my cooking setup review, and I will catch you next time. Bye.